There, it's recorded.
Wonderful. Yes, I would like to speak to of the breath of life.
Very good. One moment. I will bring her to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Father.
You're welcome. Be well, my daughter and son.
Thank you.
This is of the breath of life.
Hello.
Greetings, my dear. How
Hello.
are you?
Hello, me.
Yes. What can I do for you today?
um, I am very interested in trying to bring my music up to be more and more powerful, more and more healing, and to learn more and more about how you created the music in the beginning, and things
Oh,
that you
of
could teach
course.
me about how you created the music of the spheres, and how that perfect formula is brought down into every level of the universe. And what was your idea originally based on 12, just like everything else in the universe is like 12
Yes.
notes? It was always a 12 note scale, clear from the very, very beginning. And oh, now I remember I had a new confusion because God said that the reason the eighth dimensionals can block us is because our creation realm is only on the seventh level. And I always thought the creation was like beyond the universe, like beyond 12, like 13, 14, 15. So when you created the music of the spheres, was it only down in the seventh level?
No. Eh, but let me explain what he was talking about.
Okay, thank
He,
you.
there is always the 12 uh, dimensions or densities, whatever you want to call them. And so we created them for the 12 densities. However, um, this is beyond the seventh density. There is a great deal of misunderstanding and a great deal of confusion because they are a higher density than the creator realm density originally was. Now, of the breath of life, which I am, we started to create music from hearing the sounds of the planets, from the resonances of different vibrations, from the resonances of all things that existed. And so there were 12 basic sounds, but there are also in between sounds and dissonances that were there that were absolutely beautiful as well, but they weren't part of the writing schematic because it wouldn't fit into the 12 functionalities of the music. And so we created the 12 basic notes and created the 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 beauty of the dissonance from those as well. Now, the in between notes that were there uh, sustain themselves in a different way. And so we had to understand their sustenance as it was in the universe. And they fit into the 12 units also in a way that no one could have understood at the time. So the way that you make music is beautiful and perfect. And I just want you to know that we, as the creators of the tones of music in the universe, we created them to fit together beautifully so that they could create all kinds of melody and sound and atmosphere. The dissonant sounds that did not resonate into the 12 sounds are still there, but they are used in a very different way. So, do you understand so far?
Yes, I do. What I still don't understand is that I always thought the creator realm was higher than everything. And so how can it be at the seventh level if it's higher than everything?
It is higher than everything. But he created the first seven densities and dimensions for a certain kind of experience. The experience beyond that is created for a different kind of experience. Just like he created some realms uh, that are completely different from this universe, fire universes and water universes and uh, micro universes and macro universes, and there's so many others in between. And but this first seven densities are for a particular experience, and that's why he called it the seventh dimension, the creator realm, whereas there is a creator realm in the 12th dimension also. So it just is part of his experimentation that there are seven dimensions that we understand.
Okay, I'm looking at this from the angle of how we're going to break through this prison the eighth dimensionals are putting us in, the Eliakim.
Yes.
And since they are higher than the seventh level, that's why they can control me. But in reality, we're really higher than the seventh level. That's
But
what I
you
can
must,
understand.
yes, you
Like,
must be able to grasp the higher understanding. But you're all the way down here in third dimension as this being. You are higher, well higher than that in the creator realms, and well higher than that in the creator of the universe realms.
so, but they're trying to stop me while I'm down within the seventh realm. And
Correct.
so I can't get out of here because I am
Until
here.
you get out of there, yes.
So even
They
though,
know that. They absolutely know that, my dear. And that's one of the reasons they're keeping you there. So they're stopping you at every level.
but I am you and they can't stop you and you're out
No,
there.
they can't stop me, but
So
I am only a little bit in you, but I am working to free you as well.
that's why I keep wondering if you're in me and you're up there, why can't I just ride through that little string of you and get out of here?
It's much more complicated than you think, but you will eventually get to the place where I am.
And this is something Phyllis explained this to me before, but I'd like to hear it from you. Um, you're you're everything that I am down to here, and when I go back up, I become you. But
Again,
he said something that I could drop away any of the others, like so I could drop away Angela or keep Angela, and
well,
so
you
we.
will keep her because she is part of who you are in one small way. But you can remember her in a now situation, whereas when you become of the breath of life again, you will have a much more vast territory that you can explore, and the Angela that you are now will be a very small portion of that.
But I can. open a book and look very closely to exactly what I experienced and felt while I was down here.
Yes, you can.
Because I think that's the most important thing in the universe. Or when I get up there to understand these people down here, because it's a mess. And
Of
I don't
course,
think
you will
anyone
be able to.
understand until you're down here experiencing it and saying, why in the world would we send anybody down there? So I want to make sure I can remember that when I become you again.
Of course, dear, you will.
I hope there's something I can do about it when I'm you.
There is, and you
Oh,
will.
good. That's great news. And please be with me while I'm making music. I noticed that my music was spectacular this last week because I asked you to help me. So
Of course,
please,
dear.
please be with me when I'm making music, and it'll get better and better and better.
Yes, because we're not only using notes and sounds, we're using emotions and thoughts and collaborating with the universe. It is much higher when all things are involved.
Thank you. Thank you
Much
so
love, Mike.
I'm so glad I'm finally talking to you. It took me a long time to get around to it, but it's wonderful. Thank you.
Much love. And I will talk to you much more. Hello?
Hi, Jim.
How you doing?
Just wonderful. All good news.
Good.
Did you know the cabal might be gone in 6 months?
In 6 months? Wow.
Good news. That's a good news.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim. We had a
Have
lot
a
of good.
good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Joe.
Bye, Joe. Goodbye. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Love you, Jim.
Love you too. Bye bye.